I agree that some incel people are kind of like weird, but like I feel like you know, like how to explain? Like I don't like women because I genuinely don't like women, but I don't know if that's because I'm gay. You know, like it's weird, and it's like I feel like I don't think I don't like women because there's a jealousy of me wanting to be feminine necessarily. I'm not gonna lie and say it's not there. I'm not gonna lie, you know, because I mean, you know, I always felt like there was a, well, I also know there is a double standard when it comes to femininity with women, of course, right? But at the same time, not the same thing with masculinity when it comes to being a man. So that's what I don't like, and I felt like since I was a kid that maybe that was like kind of a reason for me to like judge women based off a certain thing. But it did though, and that's a reality. So it affects us as people. And so that's why I think the misogynistic level of seeing women came into play. I think that's why I said men are mad at men. But there is also power that you get with femininity that men can't comprehend because of this. And so women try to utilize that to basically play game on men. And so men that see that femininity or that have some type of you know, it resonates with them. You know, usually when gay men, right, or feminine transgender people, right, are going to be the people that want to grab that power, but they're not supposed to by society's standards. So that's the reason why it makes them go crazy, and so they feel like that's why they think they're a woman and shit, or they want to act girly and all that stuff and shit. It's like super girly, and I can understand that to a certain degree, but I also feel like that's not necessarily like what's going on at all. Like, I mean, you're referring to transgender people, but like they know what they are. It's you that don't accept them for what they are. You know, so you say that they think that they're women, and that's not the point. You know, it sounds so like arbitrary when you say it like that, like men be women, but they can't be. How is black supposed to be white? How's that possible? If black, what makes them black or white is the fact that the other one is black or white. But it's like that's not always the case. You know, it's weird because you're like thinking like that's not what's going on. You know, it's not even about the context. It's just about the way you think. It's literally breaking down the construct of the way people associate things in life. Like literally think. Like when I say thinking, I'm not talking about existence itself. Like if you couldn't think, you were brain dead, like in a coma, you still exist. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about the actual way people see things, especially when it comes to themselves, humanity, and that social connection. So that's why a lot of people don't get that shit because they can't open up about how they think. They don't even take responsibility for what they think. This is why there's an agenda, and there's an agenda on gay unity is to confuse the masses because they already create all these nations and all these places you see here. They have leaders, and the leaders have sold them out, or lost, or conquered. And the first thing they did was take out those type of people because they were a direct, you know, example, demonstration of the divine at work in so many words, you know, to show that there's diversity there, you know, just in that aspect. They took them away, but the people always existed, and it's really to control. They had to take away things of expression, things to show, and you were ridiculed to your basic like functions, which is like existing. Like you're in a coma, somebody observe your body, they observe you have strong muscles, you have a penis, you know what I'm saying? Da da da, things like this. Like a horse, a horse is fast, you can ride on top. So that's what you do. But it's they don't understand that. That's what they've been looked at as. So all they know is we're supposed to do this, we're supposed to do this, but they don't do it. Somebody doesn't do it, it's a problem. That's just facts. And that's why it's like it's a problem. That's why it's like it's really lame, you know, because the arguments people have put up all the time, that's literally what it is. And people are going to get on the bandwagon of this because that's our culture. Our culture really says you can't even be like, oh, I'm not gay. I don't care if somebody else is gay. You know, you have to be like homophobic. You have to be transphobic. You have to be like, I don't like that shit. Because even right now, that's what people are talking about. I had a friend, the first conversation was, I don't like trannies. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are we talking about trannies? Like, that's just some random shit for two guys to be talking about. But that's what's going on nowadays. Discussion, because it's like the whole woo about it. It's like, these fucking faggots are literally trying to get titties and get their dicks chopped off. You know, are these sicko men because they were normal straight as the same man, but now they're not? I like want to call this gay thing to the point where it's like they're so gay that they think they're girls. You know, and it's because they can't be gay because they're not pretty and cute like gay men are. You know, they like are trying to become women to compensate for their manhood. And now they're talking all these different things, and it's just like all these excuses why they can't become a man. It's a mental disorder. And that's why it's like, what the fuck? Do you know what you even? That had nothing to do. You made all that up in your own head. That you didn't ask nobody for nothing. You didn't tell me any experiences people actually have gone through. You just said what you thought their reason for what they are right now in front of you is what it is. And you gotta have discussions about those type of people in the same manner. So like the discussions, but people want to listen to discussions or an analysis, but it's like, bro, you're not those people. What the fuck? So it's stupid, you know. And then when we start on religion, you know, religion, I'm so fucking done with that shit because it's like they use religion to sit there and say like, you know, it's bad and shit, and then people are like, you can't argue with God and all that shit. But honestly, bro, that's why a lot of like gay people don't believe in God, anything like that, because that. And it's like, but no, like the other gay people that do believe in God, it's just that at the end of the day, what makes it bad is that you guys use God against them, but same thing as everything we know. So I'm honestly, it's just like, you know, even before that, sometimes it gets kind of stupid because that shit doesn't like, it just makes you feel like God does not fucking exist, bro. Like on some real shit. Like, why the fuck would you think God exists? Like realistically, it's because somebody told you God exists. In fact, you need to believe in that type of mentality. Your brain level needs to be on that level to fucking function in society. The government is your God. The status quo is your God. The money is your God. Like, stop it. I even think when it comes to Greek mythology, which we're living in a culture that is a direct descendant of the Greeks type philosophies, like after Zeus, which is lightning and all that type sky god, comes from Chronos. It's talking about time, like seeing the future, the plan, being able to think, to see different results. That's what Zeus is about. And so like I think he got dead or I watched something on Netflix. Right, get separated, and you see those are demiurges. Those are demiurges so much a human being, right? Which is the light, which you being on. You know what I'm saying? The light that you're being on, you're alive. Yes, you can think like you're a free thinker, right? But the problem is that's not what's going on, get you. That's how you beat Chronos the other time. That's because that's just like constantly being aware of shit and planning and, you know, like just living life, existing in so many words. But when it comes to demiurges, it was like different things that when two objects, you know, clash in a space. It's like that type of shit. It's like like you're going to touch something. You're going to be there's different variables, of what you actually might go through in life. As it started, explaining that on a human level, like like kind of like governing, which is like the ecosystem you're from and shit like that. Is I explained? I forgot. I didn't really watch it at the end of it, but those were the concepts. Those were gods, and that's what I'm saying. It's like God does not exist, bro. God is basically saying that all of existence belongs to the government, or a ruler or a master that I need to have. That's what that's about. And the whole Christian thing is worse because now you have a demiurge god, basically like Kronos to like Zeus and shit like that. But like you're doing it in a way where you literally are like there's so much bad things about Jesus that's not even funny. It's just like his humility. That's why people don't go to the church to actually get served in the world. Nothing in the church can teach you about being in real life. It teaches you about how to like have a family and nation build. That's what Jesus really teaches you, how to build a family and nation build. That's why he probably said homosexuality was a fucking abomination because you can't nation build with that. You can't. You got two men, you're not gonna have kids. So the whole aspect of that is you can't get it from nature. You can't use nature to create a family. And that's why the gay community is not something to actually be like, in. That's why there's down low niggas, you know. That's what it's saying and shit. And that's what I'm saying too. But it's like a lot of trans people are not really a part of the LGBT community. They just want to be the opposite sex in real life, socially. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the real reason why it's like motherfuckers don't do that shit. That's why they have to compensate so hard and be so feminine and do all these surgeries because you're not affirming their gender in the first place. And I know based off of the world we live now, that's not good politics to try to use politics or social politics, in other words, to like make that happen. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a trend, if anything, because it's not part of our founding of this world. The founding of this nation, and many nations now, and worlds, and tribes and stuff, was to deem homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? So you can have the most babies and shit, but that has nothing to do with human existence itself, and that's what I'm saying. So people don't like it because it rewrites what we're told to think. So it's not about supporting gay people. You have to hate gay people. You have to. That's why slavery was no hard fucking thing, and you can't be blaming white people for everything because it's like they're not the ones that did that shit, you know, and that's the problem. And I know it's like it don't matter because they keep on the traditions because that's what works, but that's what it is. It's nothing personal. They just don't know what else to do. It's like when you eat fucking food when you a baby, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, a kid, you eat like meat and shit. You don't know you're eating a fucking animal, you know. You don't even know you eat animals. Like realistically, you don't know even know you eat animals. And you be watching the movies. I mean, little cartoons and shit, and they be like fucking animal, different cartoons. Animals are talking and shit, but these motherfuckers eat animals. Ain't that some shit? Some type of like Illuminati ritual or some shit. Because it's like, think about it, they eat animals, then they'll eat those spirits, and now they have to have spirits talk to them, and they're gonna start making them feel like shit. So they put a happy, friendly version of it, so they can like somehow succeed, like saying like intercept a call type shit from the spirits. I'm bullshit. I'm just saying, but that's what I'm saying. It's like that type of shit. Like, that's why it's so stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking like, bro, there is no fucking God, and I feel like God, if anything, is the master of this universe. And that's what you have to actually allow you to move through and leave this realm. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he's mastered himself so much in this realm that like a motherfucker, like when he left, or but two, he didn't really leave, he became the realm. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what I felt like. And I feel like since this realm was already created with so much shit, you know what I'm saying? That like, you know, people are coming to it a lot, and that's why we have like living beings that are autonomous, like me and you and shit, like chickens and rats and all that shit. But at the same time, it's like I also feel like maybe it's all of our consciousness at once, constantly coming in and out of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? In general, but I digress. That's irrelevant. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I believe in God, that'd be like, analysis for God, like the collective consciousness. I would not think like on some level where it's like, oh, there's actually like a spirit and shit who lives in a whole nother realm and shit that governs over this realm and shit and like judges fucking us humans and shit for what the fuck we do and shit. Like that's fucking stupid as fuck. I could never fucking believe that shit. And then to think that a fucking white Jesus, you know what I'm saying, really motherfucking like died for like I don't even know anymore why they say sin because like it's like a sin against God. But how is it a sin against God, bro? Like why does God have his own fucking rules and that governs man? It's just so weird, you know? It's like why does God have rules that govern man, bro? You get what I'm saying? That's what annoys the shit at me because it's like, how you gonna tell me what to fucking do, bro? Like, what is the point of that shit? And that's what we fucking like annoying the fuck out of me with that shit. Like, that shit seems so fucking stupid. You know, when I was younger, I used to think, okay, people just don't want to follow God's law and shit, that's God and shit. But then it's like, you start thinking for yourself and you start realizing it's like, God don't want me to do this shit. Why? You know, like realistically, like why? And it's funny how like people don't just answer that. It's just a simple fucking question. Why? That's why people be speculating. Be so um, there's so much anxiety with it because they don't know what the punishment really gonna be. They don't know like what's the point of it. And you say hell, that's the punishment, but that's not like what does that have to do with anything? Like okay, you're going to hell, so what? It's like but it's like no, you're gonna like fall in a pit of lava and shit, and be like basically be in pain and agony and shit. And you're thinking like, what the fuck does that even really mean, bro? Like I'm gonna, and it's like you really think about that, how stupid that shit sounds. You know, like just really think it don't even make literal sense. Because it's like, bro, imagine you see people die. Do they literally get up and then the sky opens or a portal like a Sonic and shit comes out of nowhere and then they go to fucking hell to a place or a realm where when we're in that hole, like we don't die, but we just live for fucking eternity and shit. Like we just the end of time. There's no time now. We just keep on fucking and be in pain. Like, how does someone even fucking like connect to something like that on a realistic level? Like you're a human being, bro, with flesh and blood right now. How can you comprehend that shit? You get what I'm saying? And so it makes you realize there's no way a human being can believe this shit. It's fucking downright silly as shit. You really think when you die, your ass is gonna go to fucking heaven? Do you know how fucking stupid that shit fucking sounds? How are you going to heaven? I've never seen a person go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't even make sense. Like you've never seen nobody go to heaven or hell. They died and they are decomposing and shit. Period. That's what happens. How do you gonna tell me this shit and you've never seen that shit? You get what I'm saying? And then like their soul. What the fuck is that shit? Like in real life though. It's not about oh, I don't have a soul. And like no bitch, like no, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like in real life, you're a human being. How can you know this shit and it had nothing to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? Like you see how stupid that shit sounds. And then like we used to think of God as a sky god, but like dude, all things see Jesus as God, but they're never in outer space. And all the movies we watch is dark as fucking outer space. So we don't make no so God. I mean, we've been motherfucking the universe. That's people are saying the universe and shit because they're more into the astrology and all that type of shit. But the reality is like, what the fuck are we talking about? And that's why I'm at a point right now where I can't stand people using God in a context because that's constantly has something to do with like some honestly straight ignorance, or you're the bitch in situations. So like at the end of the day, it's like they're not gonna tell you shit, so you just don't know. You it's just they dealing with uncertainty. So if anything, God is the God of uncertainty with people. You see what I'm saying? But that's not really a good God supposed to be in their Bible. So when I have so many words, that's why motherfuckers be having demons. That's why I believe in spirits. And then there's angels. The uncertainty might be positive. You know what I'm saying? They might do it in a positive way and make it seem like, okay, well, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think something that's gonna come out good. You know, based on what I put into it. That's what I'm saying. That's an angel spirit or like, a good spirit. And that's why I say believe in spirits, but I believe in God, you know? Because then it's like, okay, that's the way to describe like a good spirited person or a good minded person or whatever, or a good willed person, what they want to do with themselves. But at the end of the day, it's like, when you talking about God, what does it have to do? Like, who is this motherfucker? Like, you don't see this motherfucker. You don't hear this motherfucker. It's like, it has nothing to do with anything, you know? It probably is just like the cross point between, like I said, the angels and the demons type shit. Like I said, like the good and bad people. And like the God, like the mediator in between, that's why God can do bad shit, like kill people and all that type of shit, and not give a fuck because like he can either choose to be fucking the devil or God. And whereas you have the fucking potential to fucking goddamn do be good in life, you know what I'm saying? Or fucking be bad in life, not just on your behaviors or shit, but maybe in general. But I guess probably more on your behaviors. But that means good things lead to good things, but bad things can also lead to good things. But bad things, you know what I'm saying, can go bad. You know what I'm saying? But good things can go bad. So good things can go bad. Bad things can go good. But good things have to go good. You know what I'm saying? So like for the defaults. And that's what I'm saying. It's kinda like the masculine feminine thing. The masculine has to stay masculine, but the feminine can also be masculine. You know what I'm saying? But the masculine can become feminine, but it's like it's usually seen as a negative thing. You see what I'm saying? The positive could become negative, and that's definitely bad. You know, so that's what that shit's about. The negative always go positive. You know, but you're always trying to go for the positive because you want good outcomes. You know, and that's why I feel people say like you believe in God and shit. That's why it's fear of God, that type of shit. Because they want you to really feel like you know things can go bad. You know. And I feel like that's why they be like saying men are so beaten down, all this type of shit. It's just like the way people think, bro. It's all correlating the way people think. That's why it's hilarious. That's why it's like when you do this to people are like stunned because they don't even understand what you're talking about. They think you're crazy. And it's like, no, bitch, I'm explaining your own psychology. It's like when you look at a kid and you see a motherfucking kid doing some shit, and like, because you were a kid, and he gonna be sitting there lying to you and shit. You know what I'm saying some stupid ass shit like, and you looking at that shit, and if you're intelligent enough, you gonna see all the toxic traits of like the people he be around, like you know what I'm saying, like like maybe your own family members and shit. You be like let him stay with. He might be from the hood or this and that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You might see some weird fucking traits and shit from motherfucker. And that's how that shit feel like. When you deal with these people, it's like you be looking at people and you be saying, okay, this motherfucker don't like men. They're a bitter bitch. You know, you can already fucking, and people like to cover up their tracks. Oh, I got it, man. I don't give a fuck what fucking penis you fucking bring to this bitch. You, bitch, are a bitter bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear that shit. And that's why it's like, it's weird. And it's affecting your fucking, work ethic when it comes to being a fucking manager. Because you're an asshole and you don't get the information now. You worry more about fucking being an asshole than being a motherfucking manager because you think that being an asshole makes you a good manager. It's going to make you a good manager. So, you know, that's why negativity can always go positive because you have nowhere to go. It's like your back's against the wall, so you have somewhere to push off of, somewhere to go. You know, that's why it's like so fucking weird dealing with, this type of shit because you be like noticing, like, motherfuckers got issues and they're going to use you as a sacrifice to pull themselves back up, wrapped in a bucket. that would use you being in the middle, or just God, or just the mediator, the one that just sees all this shit because you're a free thinker. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna fucking see all this shit. That's why we don't believe in God, because we are God, nigga. These niggas ain't God. We are God. Period. These niggas ain't. And that's why they like realize, oh, because God is, so we can't tell them we're God. So it's like the Batman. Like who knows who the Batman is? You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying, if you come and tell them you're God, they gonna be thinking, oh, this nigga's lying, bro. Why he lying? That's why Jesus, the whole Jesus story is shit. Like, bro, like I am God, bro. What the fuck? But the Christian religion doesn't even teach you that shit. They teach you. They don't understand Jesus' teachings. They're supposed to be like Jesus, be like God. Be you're a God, bro. You're all God. That's why that shit's what it is. But they can't. You can't tell people that shit because it's like they gonna fucking start seeing like the world for in their own mentality, not giving a fuck about anything. Going to the dark ages. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, not in a bad way, but just like people are not gonna give a fuck. They don't do whatever the fuck they want to do. And so that's why it's like, with that being said, there's nowhere you go. All you can do is control people. Because you know people are capable of. But people in power, they have this knowledge, but not necessarily. It took them a long time. But not a long time to motherfucking get to that point. That knowledge, I mean, yes, inherently. But realistically, it was bestowed onto them. And so it's not from what's at the top, it's really who's at the bottom. That's how far. See, that's why inflation exists and shit like that, because the more money you have to make, the more you have to raise the value. But it's not raising the value of things; it's depreciating the value of things. You get what I'm saying? And what is it depreciate? The value of humanity itself, us as slaves. It's saying, who can we shake off this fucking ship? Who's gonna be left behind? Who's gonna be broken down? You know, how far are these humans gonna go? You know, to sucking our dick. Like the way they fucking worship fucking God and shit with uncertainty and shitting on themselves and humiliating themselves for us. How low are they gonna fucking go? Are they gonna run work for free? You get what I'm saying? You know, that's what this shit is about. It's like, okay, let's shake this shit up. So they like make people fucking poor. And then it's like, okay, what are they gonna fucking do to stay alive, to be in this system? You know? And it's not about great things. Like, oh, like we got this. I'm talking about like that is going to be like, okay, this is how far we got. We got these niggas like rats. You know what I'm saying? They gotta eat out of trash cans and shit. Go fucking run around. Like they got it like that. They try to say, you see, okay, how much can we make these people feel like shit about themselves and their own existence? Like we spay and neuter these people and shit because they're dealing with their own brothers. Some Cain and Abel shit. They're trying to like control their I don't say control, but just like break the motherfucking human down in every level because they are human. It's like an animal. An animal you can watch and see because the animal does different shit. At least how they do it. But as a human being, there's something called sympathy where you'll see another human doing some shit and it'll make you feel like, yeah, bro, I want to do that shit too because it looks pleasurable because you're a fucking human. You know, you don't know rubbing a fucking dog's belly is gonna make it feel good. You ain't no fucking dog, but you know if somebody scratching their ass, that's probably good fucking ass itch. You know, keeping it real. So with that being said, it's like that's why it's like these people are like on that level where they see that shit. It's not that they hate you. It's like they want to like break that down. Like, okay, what if I take that away? Because I'm human. There's nobody else like me. You know what I'm saying? Besides this person here. So if I make them do some shit, some twisted ass shit, you know what I'm saying? I get to see what that will look like without actually me like doing it to myself or going crazy myself. And that's how they fucking see that shit. That's why it's like it's just fucking horrible. It only takes a really fucking god, bro. God can only be the only reason, like the Buddha, to be broke, poor, and all that shit. Be broke, ain't shit, living in the wilderness, like Jesus and shit, on the wilderness 40 nights, and not eat. You get what I'm saying? And not fuck up. And dude, because it takes the love of a person to see the God, see the spirit, that they say God, but see the positive in some shit to make something out of it. To see the positive, to make it positive. You know, it takes that type of person to do this shit. But the evil is that the evil spell now is once you do that shit, they'll know, oh, this person here is a god. But they don't believe in that. The culture says you're not a god, you're the devil. So they try to treat you like a devil. And that's why I say earth angels and shit are always targeted. Because it's the truth. If you're resilient, they're gonna fucking try to fucking kill you. Because their culture says we don't know who this god is, this Batman character is. I'm Batman. Yeah, I'm Batman. Hell nah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how they be like. Like, how dare you kill this nigga? You know? That's why it's like, what the fuck? So if you do something miraculous, like for example, I don't give a fuck what it is, I'll take my life. You were at Dollar Tree, working at Dollar Tree a long time ago, and you stack a shelf really fucking nice. Or, oh, I just been at work, I just been over an overachiever. I just been my whole life. You're working at McDonald's, by a week later, I do all the fucking food and you're fast as fuck. Like they be looking at you like, wow, why are you the shit at what you're doing? And you're like, this is my fucking job. You think this is my job. They said I gotta fucking pull out fucking 40 tacos in a minute. I had to fucking get figure that shit out and do it. And then next you know that becomes like, oh, I need you to fucking do that every minute. And you like, what the fuck? But I can't, like, that shit's too much. Then it's like, you're fucking up, you're a fuck 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 up. And you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's how life treats you. And it's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with these people, bro? And then you look at other people and shit, and they really be like fuck ups though. Even when they not, it's like, like I hired like 3 teenagers, they're in the back there, they're making it and shit. It's kind of come out. Or we already made it. Like, they do a little bullshit. They bullshit. They don't do their jobs. And you're thinking like, what the fuck? Like, is that really how we doing this? And so when you want to like be like, bro, I deserve better or some shit, that's when it's like, motherfuckers like, what the fuck you think you are and shit? Because you can't do that shit here. You can't come in at home and be like on some like food wars and shit. Like, let me make you some shit. Like, nah, they're gonna be like, you didn't go to motherfucking Harvard fucking culinary school? Oh, you're a fucking tard, bro. You don't know how to cook a fucking shit. You probably don't even know how to fucking make a bowl of cereal. This guy's fucking stupid, bro. Do you know what oatmeal is? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever heard of an egg? And you're like, bitch, what the fuck, motherfucker? Do you know how to knead dough? You know how to do shit. These motherfuckers told me, like, it's like crazy. Like, you worked at a restaurant. Yeah, you worked at a 5-star restaurant, helping out with dishes and shit. Oh, do you know how to cut an onion? Like, yes, nigga. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, even if I didn't, it's like, do you want me to put on YouTube right now and see like a fucking 10-second video on how to cut an onion? It's like weird shit. So you don't have machines for that shit, right? You just put the onion in, you just slide it right through it. It's fucking diced up. Like stupid shit. That's why I be like, what the fuck? Why are we cutting onions? Why are we using knives and cutting onions? What the fuck is this shit? That's why I was like, okay. And for a retirement home, yeah, you thought it was talking about like a fucking boat on a boat or some shit. It's a restaurant. Nah, like, and then retirement home. Like, what? They should just be passing this shit out. I worked at a retirement home before. It was trash. It was more like a nursing home. It was trash. Food was like basic bullshit, canned shit. I'm thinking like, bro, they want us dicing with knives and shit. Like, for what? Like, the fact that we have fresh onions is like, like enough, bro. Just process that shit. Y'all doing too much. But yeah, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. So now it's like, what? Now I'm on the streets type shit. Just like stupid shit, man. Unless you actually learn how to do that shit, they still gonna be looking at you like, bro, you ain't shit. Cause like, who gives a fuck about this business? Who gives a fuck about this shit? What if they don't want that shit? We don't want the food. What if they don't want you? Like you're just fucked. We didn't want you, so well, you're abandoned, and that's how that should be. Like, there's just no room. There's no room in this world, you know. But anyways, only on a high note. Not really though, but like it's just crazy how like that's what that should be like. Like it's just your behavior. They want you to act a certain way, and it's just like that shit is like I don't really want to be around you motherfuckers like that. Like it's weird at this point. I can't express myself. I can't be myself. Like it just annoys me. Like they think like everything is gay. Like, oh, watch out if he wears like really loud colors. I'm like, so now I can't wear green. I got a light green fucking collared, shirt right now. I just bought polo type thing, right? And I know people looking at me like I'm zesty. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I'm thinking that's just like a normal, good, conservative, suburban type of shirt. Like, it makes me look like I'm professional, I'm business casual a little bit, but also a little bit fancy because it has a little bit of white, a little bit of light green. You know what I'm saying? Texture going on. Like what's called pattern and shit, basically. At the same time, it's like conservative because it's like just a collared short sleeve shirt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, okay, that's a decent fucking shirt. I can wear it to fucking like little events and shit, little interviews if I need to, things like that. Like it's not like too much, you know. And like I'm thinking right now, that's probably what people are looking at me like, oh, I watch out for the bright colors and shit. It's like, and I start noticing that my guys here, all they wear is like gray, dark navy blue, black, uh, just military green. You know what I'm saying? The forest fucking military green and shit, like brown. They wear like these dark ass colors, and you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird, and it's like that's your determining factor if somebody's fucking gay. You know what I'm saying? It's so fucking weird. And then they fucking be like, kill him, he's a faggot. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? It's like you can't even wear like red. You can't wear regular colors like yellow and red. I remember wearing like an off yellow, like almost like a brownish yellow, like a gold. Like the shirt that fucking like Luke Cage wears and shit. These motherfuckers like trip the fuck. Like women were just looking at me like, oh, he's fucking gay as fuck. He's wearing a fucking fitted fucking t-shirt, yellow t-shirt and shit. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, no, you're gay as fuck for that. And it's like, that's how it is in Texas. That's why I'd be like, wow, I fucking hate this place. And the people know, they're just like, well, that's what you gotta do because, hello, you look like a fag. They hate fags here. So they fucking, it's almost like, hey, guys, don't wear fucking bright colors and shit because, bright colors, we can see that shit. Like that's what it's like weird shit. It's like that. It's like almost like, yeah, man, don't be happy because gay people they want to be happy. They think that life should be fucking exciting for them, and they should be living a good life. They should love themselves. So guys, if you're straight, don't love yourself. Hate your fucking self, and then we'll know who the fucking gay ones are. That's how it's like, and it's like we're so fucking weird here. Hey man, don't enjoy music and shit. Don't enjoy music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like what the fuck? You know, it's horrible. It's like what the fuck, bro? And that's how it is. And it's like I don't even know what to make out of this shit no more. And I feel like that's right now because of the political climate. That's what's really going on. Like that's why they're doing this shit. But at the same time, it's just really fucking weird for me. It's like I'm just kind of done. I can't really take anymore. People. They're just such shit stains. It's like okay, well I'm just trying to go to the restaurant and get some orange juice. You worry about my sexuality, you know. And really, right now, I'm trying to like get a job so I don't have to be a broke ass bitch digging out of trash cans to eat. And here come these motherfuckers worried about me literally being a fucking sucking somebody's dick. Like, what the fuck? No, I'm worried about what I'm going to eat tonight because I have no money for any food. I wonder when am I going to actually get some real pants? You know, so I'm starting with some pants that I found somewhere in a trash can. Pants that actually fit me. You know, like it's crazy shit. It's crazy shit. You know, when am I going to be able to put my phone back on and not have to use Wi-Fi? It gets cut off every once in a while. That's why I'm like making this video. It's just like I'm just so fucking done with all this bullshit. I'm just so fucking done, and I don't know. It's creating a lot of anxiety, and I'm just really frustrated. You know, I'm really frustrated, and I don't know what to do. I mean, there's nothing to do. That's really what it is. You know, there's reality. There's nothing to do, and my mom's making it worse by being like, "No, it's because you made it this way, and you know you gotta fix this shit. You're not trying hard enough." And it's like, I can't make these people give me a job, mom. You know. She was like, she wants affirmative action. You gotta keep on going there and asking them, like what's going on with my application. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, you think they're gonna fucking like allow me to do that shit? She's fucking stupid. I'm a big ass black man. They're going to literally motherfucking call the police on me. They're going to escort me out. They're going to motherfucking tell me to leave. They're going to see me as crazy. They're going to see me as disobedient. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Okay. I don't know, man. My life is not going to work out. That's why I make these videos because I don't give a fuck about my life anymore. Like, it's done, bro. I'm just done. I'm washed up. Don't think there's gonna be a comeback for this one. There's no coming back from this one. So, oh well.